It's showtime, folks. Enjoy the show.
Welcome to a spooktacular episode of Saturday Matinee. I'm going to talk like this the whole time. It's almost Halloween, but today it's the morning of the 30th. Oh, so early, Sat Matt. And so we're celebrating Mischief Morning, or Devil's Morning, depending on where you grew up. By the way, did you know that October 30th also used to be called Cabbage Night? Because villagers would pile up their old cabbages and light them on fire in the village square, because entertainment had not been invented yet. Alongside me are the two bearded bookends that make up this unholy trio. Please say hello to Rob Kubasko.
I just want to say thank you. And just before we begin, I got to tell you that my legal representation has asked that I read the following statement. I, Rob Kubasko, a lucid adult living human, categorically offer this apology to the listeners of Saturday Matinee, a fine internet program of healthy repute. For my previous appearance on the aforementioned show, I lacked substance, seriousness, and well-intentioned regards for my fellow hosts. In recognition of this offense and with resolve to do better, I apologize to Mr. Andrew Nelson and Mr. Peter Wright for these actions of my own volition. Signed and notarized this day of October.
Wow, dictated but not read. That was very exciting. And here, maybe with his own legal documents, please say hello to Kyle Olson.
The blood is the life.
Oh, perfect. My God. Welcome to the Next Reel Saturday Matinee, our weekly show where the Next Reel team gets together to talk about news, reviews, new trailers, and a hotly debated weekly list challenge and games and all of that stuff. So to start off, gentlemen, hello. It is an absolute pleasure to have you both here.
Yay.
And does anyone have anything to say about something called DJI?
Okay, so I did want to mention this, and I know you, and I think you'll be very interested in this if you haven't already seen the story on this. DJI has been a purveyor of drones and other camera devices. So they've perfected drone technology over the last 5, 6, 7 years. And now a couple of years ago, they started taking the drone cameras with the gimbals and putting them on little sticks. And they have all that stuff. They make gimbals for phones and everything. This past week, they announced this new camera that's basically their answer to cinema. It's their answer to Red. It's their answer to Canon and Nikon. The Ronin 4. This camera, what they basically did is they said, okay, you know what? Forget the camera. We make gimbals. We're going to build a camera onto a gimbal. So it is a full frame sensor on the gimbal, their own line of lenses, with the fourth axis, a full stabilizer arm. So you've got now an actual real Steadicam on a little box with handles with integrated full up to 22,000 square foot wireless control and monitoring. So if you're a director or the director of photography, you can be anywhere and you can control the focus with this remote thing sensor, no matter what your cameraman's doing. And it has an integrated LiDAR sensor, which on the screen, you see by magic a top-down view of everything in your frame. And you can actually see like a sensor, like a sonar image, and then you can decide what part of that is in focus. So you can maintain nose focus no matter where the person is in the shot.
When I was making movies in junior high, in order to get a smooth pan on this horrible tripod that I had to tie a bunch of rubber bands together.
Yes.
Do you know that thing? Yes. And then you pull the rubber band because then it does a smooth beginning and ending. And now robots can film whatever they want.
It is.
Jeez Louise.
Absolutely. Go check this out. Watch some. There's already been reviews. Units have already been sent out to all the big YouTubers and stuff that do this. You got to see this thing and what it does. I know Corridor Crew did a great video. They're the guys who always show like, how they improve special effects. They flat out said in their video, they go, this is a game. It's a paradigm shift on 3 levels. And the top end model, the 8K version of this device, $11,000.
Oh, wow.
It's absolutely, for filmmakers, this absolutely is going to change everything. It is a huge deal.
Oh my. That is
just
incredible.
Think a DOP right now could sit at home and do multiple movies and just have a Zoom session schedule. He just logs into the camera, sets up the shot, and then goes on there. Like it could be
literally, we're this close to that. I mean, I blew my mind when I watched these videos and I said, wow. I mean, and if you're saying $11,000, no, but like 7 years ago, there was no LiDAR. There was even no
space technology.
That didn't even exist. And it was $100,000. Like, wow, the stuff it's going to change. It really is going to change so much of production, what you're doing. I'm excited to see what happens. Anyway, it was awesome.
Do you know who needed this? Quibi. No. Do you know who needs this? Satmat.
Well,
look at us with our dumb little cameras that aren't flying around.
It'd be interesting.
They're keeping me in focus.
If we all get them. Got together once a year and made a movie. That might be something.
Yes.
To do.
Uncle Pete and Uncle Andy.
The motion picture.
Yeah. Will you go to DJI and buy us some stuff? That's how this works, right? There are uncles.
Yeah.
There are podcast uncles, and they have to buy us
Well,
things.
and I've legally apologized to them, so I'm back in the good graces of everything, so I'm good.
That's good. I'm glad you got that out of the way.
I mean, Rob, that apology was a real. It was an ascent. No, it was an elevation. What's the term?
You
I'm
know
looking
what?
for?
It's something my dad always said: is that when you make a mistake, the right thing to do is step up and admit it. Unbelievable.
So none of this is going away. That's what we're saying. This is now the step up.
Oh,
podcast.
just wait till we get to my list. You'll see.
Okay,
it's fun. Anyway, that was great. I thought that was such a cool thing to see this week.
That is really exciting. I want to take a look. I want to see if they're renting yet or when they'll start renting, because I can't afford that, like to buy one, but to rent one from like a chop house or something, that would be incredible.
Start a little put a Kickstarter out there. Say you got.
That's true.
I need some equipment funding. I got an idea.
Yeah.
31 nights.
31 nights. Yeah, exactly. This time with drones. It's like we make the exact same movie, but it's just drones and no one can tell. It's so dumb.
Just constantly. Just the camera's constantly moving.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of cameras constantly moving and big events in cinema history, I finally went back to the theaters.
Oh, did you see
finally
Dune?
did. I saw Dune, and I loved it, and I would like to report that I am now deaf. Because it was either they had it turned up so loud or I've forgotten, because it's been the last movie I saw in the theater was The Hunt. If you remember The Hunt, because I saw
had a
that
very
also
different
for-
soundscape.
Very different soundscape.
There was a
And this
lot less bagpipes in The Hunt.
Oh my God, the bagpipes. I know. I was like, why is Dune taking place at a cop's funeral? There was so many bagpipes. It was incredible. And I actually had to like cover my ears at times, like an old person. Did you not have that too loud for you?
I did not have that too loud. I saw it in what's called here in Arizona Cine 1, which is basically just one step below IMAX. So it's a giant house. Yeah. Like it's a big, like, you know, it's a big room. Yeah. And it was almost full because it was opening night. So I didn't have any problem. I mean, it's loud. It's a loud movie, but I didn't think it was excessively loud.
The person that I went with had the idea that maybe the levels are set for a full theater. We went at 11:40 on a Friday, and there were just two other people in the entire theater. So maybe there was no people soaking up that sound. Or maybe I've just turned into an incredibly old man. That is also a possibility.
But you loved it.
Yes, I did. I mean,
I did as well.
And I loved it for me. It's pretty hard sci-fi, and that is not necessarily but so I can't say that I loved it, but I mean, I loved it so much for what it was and how much I loved the acting and the effects. The world building was outstanding. And I actually understood what was going on 85% of the time, which is extraordinary.
Did you know anything going in? Like,
I've seen the David Lynch film when I was growing up. So no.
Okay.
In effect, I remember, don't stick your hand in that box. That's literally all I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a friend who is we go to see all the Marvel and Star Wars, like that kind of stuff. And she did not care for it. But I think that's because there's a lot of politics. Yeah. And a lot of like intrigue, which is what I was hoping for, because it's not Star Wars. It's not lightsabers and running around and a lot of action stuff. It's very like political and set up and a lot of people maneuvering and not a smile to be had.
No, it's a lot of grumpy space people. But see, that's what I loved about it is it was because like Game of Thrones, I always wanted the White Walkers personally to get out of the way. Like, no more monsters. I just want to watch all these humans be jerks to each other. And so that was a lot of that. And Oscar Isaac, I think, is just outstanding all the time. Have you seen it, Rob?
No, I have carved out a time for my little holiday weekend, and I will be watching it on HBO Max. So I'm looking forward to that.
Okay.
And I will tell you, I'm going in as a true Dune virgin. I had no appeal for the previous versions. It never piqued my interest at all. So I've seen nothing. This looks very, very interesting. Kyle, I assume it's episode 1 with just the Trade Federation. It's just all Trade Federation.
A point can be made. The nearest comparison I can make to it in terms of how I felt about it was like Lord of the Rings, not in terms of like it's Mordor and it's epic stuff. It's a world.
Yeah.
And so like I just loved spending 3 hours in this world that felt so real.
Gotcha.
Like not in terms of the reality of life, or whatever, but like that you're actually stepping into another world and everything seems real.
It
like I never
seamless.
really got any cinematic thing of like that's a good angle, that's a good shot. I mean,
Right.
I was sort of like, oh, this is like a documentary, right?
Yeah.
Like they're just like walking through and recording people. I really felt like I was on Arrakis.
And the sense of scale, this is pretty
Yes.
common with his movies, is just
Yeah.
gigantic. Whole conversation scenes are filmed from like a football field away. And that's
Yeah.
kind of thrilling to see, especially on a big screen. No offense, Rob. I didn't.
understand.
I feel bad. I don't know why I
I'm
had to
going to
put that
sit
in there.
really close to my TV. It'll be-
Perfect. Yeah.
Turn the volume up
Yeah.
really
So
high.
loud. Yeah. Call
Crank
me
up
and I'll
those
just
HomePods.
scream the entire time. That's pretty much. Rob, did you have one other thing that you wanted to bring up?
I have to just mention this. I'm a big
Please.
fan. I think we've mentioned before. Arcade 1-Up is a purveyor of licensed, semi-miniaturized arcade machines, only 3/4 scale, so they're still usable and fun and stuff to have in their homes. I have a Star Wars machine from the Atari game from the 80s. It's phenomenal. They just announced this week, for those of the fans of the 1991 movie Terminator 2 T2, yeah, it's the classic light gun game from the arcades that maybe many of us remember. You can have it for
remember
your
a light
home.
gun game.
Yeah, it's got the two,
Oh yeah, it had
the blue and the red,
pastel colored
yes,
Uzis.
the Uzis, and the
Oh, I totally remember that.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
see?
I totally do. Oh, that would be great. I want that and the Discs of Tron game.
they just announced Tron.
nice.
They announced they have Tron with the light up joystick with the flight controller with the totally.
That's
they have you
amazing.
covered. Check them out. Arcade1up.com.
Yeah. You know what each one should also have a camera on it. I want everything to be a camera now. I want DJI, and everything should have a camera so I can play a game while filming a great movie. That would be outstanding. Did they say at all how much they cost?
I want to say it's not okay. So just everyone know that prices have gone up. I don't think they've announced. They've said it'll be. No, they haven't said yet. Pre-orders are opening up November 1st, so we will find out. I will tell you. I suspect it's got 2 light guns and it's a full-size cabinet. It's going to be upwards of like under $1,000.
Okay,
It's going to be like 800. I bet just based on what they've done. But if you love that game, you can play it anytime you want. No quarters. You're the quarter. Come on.
I'm just like making a list of all the crowdfunding that I have.
You do. Just add that. Dude, you got unlocks. Come on. We could be like HasLab.
Yeah.
You can unlock. Just
Yeah,
unlock that.
So you want to, Rob? You want to tell the good people what you just?
Well,
backed?
that was okay. So again, more movie
It's
merch.
movie related.
Yesterday, Kyle and I watched streaming. Hasbro had one of their big specialized events for Premier members of Hasbro Pulse, which is their direct-to-consumer internet toy store. They are having a crowdfunded, and they don't need to crowdfund this because they're going to do it. An actual 1-to-1 scale proton pack from Ghostbusters.
Oh,
And
wow.
it is not only is it
Yeah.
fully detailed, all lights
Yeah.
up, sound effects, and it comes apart, and you can see like the reactor coil and
Really?
everything. It is
Yeah, and like the first stretch goal they announced were like green lucite pieces that you put on the back of it so it looks like it got slimed.
yes. And what they'll do is after they get like 7, I think it's 7. I think they're already more than halfway there as of today. They get 7,000 backers. It'll unlock these different things, and then if they get to 14,000, you get a display stand and everything else. If you're wondering, well, how much would a Spengler?
Yeah, how much would that cost? And also, when can I get it?
Okay.
Those are the two big
So
important
the issue
things.
with this is that the cost of the proton pack is $399 US.
I'm sorry. Did you say $399?
I said $400. It doesn't include the wand. You have to buy the wand separately for $129. And here's the problem: is that you have until December 12th. Once it gets funded on December 12th, they will take your money, and they have estimated that you will then get your proton pack in March of 2023.
Oh, what? Oh,
It's like
so
Hasbro going like, "Hey, can I just hold $400 for you?"
Well, the bank
Yeah,
of
for a year and a
Hasbro, the
half?
bank of Hasbro has received many deposits from me.
God. So that's fun because I've always wanted to be a part of a Ponzi scheme.
Yeah. Oh boy. This is, I still say,
piece of plastic
for our generation, this is model trains. Like my dad, big into model trains, right? He bought ridiculous model trains like years ago. Now we got proton packs.
Well, I'm both happy and a little sad.
No, that's good. That's actually good. So is my spouse. All right. Anyway.
So I have a couple of supernaturally tinged things that I have been watching. That are appropriate. So I watched a movie. I'm still on this kick of watching movies that I know I'm going to dislike.
Interesting.
I don't know why I'm doing that.
Yep.
I'm punishing myself for some reason. But so I realized I had never actually seen a movie that is celebrating a 10th anniversary. Ghost Rider Spirits of Vengeance. I had never actually watched the
I've never
sequel.
seen any of those. Okay. How is it?
It's terrible. But but the thing that's interesting about it is the effects and the action are pretty good. It's just everything else is terrible. But it's fascinating to watch this sort of as an archive of his time because like Nicolas Cage is being all Nicolas Cage in his most Nicolas Cagey way. And then Idris Elba shows up. And I'm like, whoa, what? With a French accent. Like, he's like the sidekick. And I'm like, okay. And then they go and meet an evil priest, and it's Christopher Lambert. And I'm like, what? The Highlander? Like, you're here too? It's just
like lost to history.
Right, exactly. I'm like, I had no idea. But I think the main problem with it is they had a great idea, and they used it too soon. In the same way that the Chris Farley would fall too soon in his sketches about leaving a van down by the river. Like, no, that's your closer. Right. Like, don't put your closer in the middle. So they put their closer in the middle. So they established that Ghost Rider can ride whatever. Like, whatever he takes, he can turn into like a flaming wheeled thing.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, exactly. It's a new little wrinkle in their thing. So like, he can grab another motorcycle and now that becomes the vehicle. And then later on he does a truck and it's like, oh, okay, that's kind of neat. Well, in the middle of the movie, they have a fight in a construction site. And in the construction site, there's a giant digger, like this, like 100-foot, thing that's to dig through a mountain. And he gets on it and ghost rides it. And so the treads turn into fire and this wheel of fire, and he's just laying waste to all these guys. And I'm like, awesome? This is amazing. Yeah. I'm like, this is fantastic. That happens at 45 minutes into the movie. Oh, no. And I'm like, are you going to top this?
Yeah.
And then they don't.
No, they don't.
He's like on a tandem bike, like after that.
I mean, the last action sequence is fine. It's just like it's a chase, and so they're like jumping from vehicles and that kind of stuff. But like, you're not going to get past that. Like that. Like
that's weird.
You blew your budget right there. I don't know what happened.
Yeah,
and there's nothing structurally that said that's where that fight needed to happen.
Oh wow.
Like they easily could have just taken that whole scene and just moved it to the end, and it would have been fine.
They were like filming the entire movie in order, and then they just like they're like, oh wait, that was how much money? Oh no. And then just have him get more and more whips and stuff.
Yeah. So then the two shows I've actually been enjoying, that one I didn't, are actually two supernatural sitcoms right now. So the first one is What We Do in the Shadows. Like it's completing its third season. My daughter has gotten super into that show, so that's fun having a show. We don't watch it together, but usually because teenagers, their schedule's a little different than ours. But then we like compare notes the next day and stuff. So that's been a lot of fun having her get into that too. And obviously everyone who's listening to this has already seen the season finale, and I have not. But they're setting up something good because it looks like one of the main characters just died, and so we don't know what's going to happen.
Oh no! Okay,
supernatural and weirdness and stuff.
Yeah.
And the second one is Ghosts.
How is that?
The BBC sitcom, it's about people who inherit a house, and it turns out it's full of ghosts. And it's fascinating. It's really funny, and also they have a really cool like cosmology of the idea is anyone who dies in this house, they just stay there. So there are people who from all these different periods. So it's a really old house. They have from all these different periods who have died. So there's some like from Victorian era, from Regency era. I mean, like all these different eras up to the 80s and then modern. And then not everyone who died. Like you see actually one person like go right to heaven and they go like, oh, why can't we? And so, but there's the group of people who are just stuck there. And now a young couple inherits the house, and the woman is then able to see them. And so she has like 16 roommates now from all these different eras. And but the best character in the whole thing is a caveman. So the idea is he's been there since it was like a
Just
stone
in
circle.
that area. Oh,
Yeah, he died there
patch. Yeah.
and is stuck there and has been there the whole time. So he's like 10,000 years old, and he's the best character in the whole thing because he like has had to learn everything through through like never having to be able to leave the house. Just like, and so he speaks pretty good English, for someone who never had a spoken language. But he's one of the best characters in there. He always has such an interesting perspective just because he's like the old man of the group, even though he's young.
Right.
Like you said, like he's in his 20s probably when he was killed. But yeah, it's a great show. I'm sort of late to the party. It's already been 3 seasons of it, so I have a a lot to look forward to. So that's on HBO Max. I highly recommend it. And there's
aren't they making
a really
it here?
terrible CBS remake.
Yeah,
Airing right now. That's
I
what I've
thought
heard.
that's what you were talking about.
No, I'm talking. This is the original BBC one.
Got
and
it.
CBS is like, oh, we can ruin that, and so they.
Interesting.
Yeah, because when you said it's really good, and I went, really?
Yeah,
because I've seen the commercials for the new one, and I'm like, that's not going to work.
But they
it.
did take a British office and make a good American office, so maybe
That's one thing that has worked out. I feel like the track record is not.
Watch the IT crowd.
Right.
Remake, watch the Red Dwarf American remake.
Yeah.
Wow. Or don't do that.
Do you guys want to kick it on over to trailers?
Oh,
Sure.
Is it time?
It's trailer time.
And I'm going to have to do this at some point. Remember how I came in totally hot and not ready? My game is over there. Like,
So we're just going to take a programming break. Kyle, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Did I talk too much? I really wanted to talk about those two shows.
No,
'cause
that's
I
awesome.
binged The whole first
I
season.
didn't know
last
this.
Night. It was great.
Okay, I didn't know there was a British show, but that whole plot arc has been Ryan Murphy's used that in American Horror Story.
Oh,
like
really?
1 or 2 of the seasons, Murder House. Yeah, I mean, like,
Okay.
so that's interesting. I did not know that. And yeah, that CBS one. I keep seeing the promos on it on Paramount Plus. And I'm like, no.
Yeah, I think I can't remember what the lead actress name, but she's from iZombie and was really good in that. But I watched the trailer for it and I was like, oof.
Yeah.
But then I watched the original British one and went, oh, this is what you were trying to do.
Nice.
But yeah, I mean, it's just having the interplay between the different generations of like a guy from a military guy from World War II versus a really super like a really never mind. We'll just cut that out and we'll just move on to trailers. Because I think Tommy's ready.
I'm getting there. Yes. Okay. So who got their trailer in first? I'm on tenterhooks. It looks like it was
Rob Kubasko.
Rob.
I did. It is Lightyear.
3, 2, 1, 0. We have liftoff.
And all the children boogie.
To infinity?
And all right. Now this trailer just dropped this past week. It has created a shall we say a little bit of a storm on the tubes, right? Lots of opinions, lots of things. Here's what I'm just going to say. My first initial reaction was, so what is this movie? It is the 26th, I think, Pixar feature film. It is the movie that purportedly in the Toy Story universe is the movie that the toys are based on. So if you were in the Toy Story universe, Andy is the kid, there was this movie, this is that movie, and then they made toys and maybe they made TV shows and maybe made all this different kind of stuff. It became iconic and then boom, everything happened. So that is the theory, and they've had to clarify that in recent moments because I think people were like, what is going on? So that's what this is. Now, regardless of that, Pixar upping their game on animation and particle effects and just
It looks incredible.
I mean, absolutely incredible. And yes, I mean, I saw The Martian in this. I saw Dagobah from Empire Strikes Back. Interstellar. I mean, there's so much from this that you can see there are homages to in this. But and also I saw this mentioned a lot online, and I thought this too. Very big shades of Captain Marvel in this. I mean, just in terms of character, other people in it and stuff like that. And by the way, the voice of Buzz Lightyear has already been said. It is Chris Evans. So he only utters one word in this trailer, but I very much enjoyed it. I am looking forward to this. This is directed by Angus MacLane, who he has worked in Pixar since A Bug's Life. He is literally almost a lifer. He directed Toy Story of Terror, and he's also he co-directed Finding Dory. So I trust that this is going to be fun. I will tell you what I'm so excited about in seeing this universe. If you go through, there's one moment in the trailer, the character looks like he is lined up going to a spaceship, and there's these yellow robots. And if you stop and look, the robots have the Z on them. So Zurg, I cannot wait to see what Zurg is realized in this. I was excited. I mean,
So wait, I'm still confused. Andy could go see this movie.
theoretically, yes.
Got it. So it's not. Oh, that makes my head hurt.
Yeah, exactly. I actually made the joke about to my daughter, like we watched it because she had the same reaction as me. As we heard the trailer and went, "What is this?"
Yeah.
And I said, the only way this is going to make any sense is at the end, as the credits are rolling, it cuts to Buzz Lightyear watching this movie going, "They got my voice wrong." And then like,
That's funny.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. And so, but it turns out they actually they addressed that in that quote you're talking about. The director says the movie doesn't end and then you see Andy eating popcorn. It's its own thing.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, still
Interesting.
confused.
No, what do you mean?
I'm still confused.
There's no confusion. It's totally. But I'm going to tell you something. Can I give you a little heads up on this? I'm going to make a prediction. If this does well,
Is this a secret? Yeah.
we're like 6 months away from on the
Pizza
bloody
Planet.
streets of Laredo. It's roundup time. Coming summer 2026. Woody. Like, you know that's happening.
Yeah.
The good, the bad, and the Woody.
Or no, how about this? Would we? No. Woody.
I don't know. I mean, I hate to be the grumpy curmudgeon, but remember when Pixar told news stories?
Dude, this
Yeah.
isn't. What are you talking about? No, this is a new story.
They could, if they wanted to make a space epic, they could do it.
They did.
They didn't
They
have
did
to like
Wall-E.
repurpose another character again
What
to
if-
try and keep the franchise alive.
I kind of agree.
What if this movie is actually in the Wall-E universe, and the Space Command is the group that goes to? Never mind, I'm kidding. I thought it looked cool.
Somewhere somebody's like, reactivate the Pixar theory.
I did think it looked cool. The David Bowie song.
It does look cool, but I'm still very confused.
Yes.
When does it come out?
June of. Well, they said June 2022, but I have read it as June 17th. My wife's birthday. That'll be very nice.
Oh.
Ooh.
So 2022. So we have this to look forward to. Yeah.
Perfect. It does look amazing.
Yes.
The look of it. So we'll see. Kyle, you are up next.
I am. So we live in a good time, especially if you're a geek, because you get the chance to have all of your favorite stories now being spread to a wide audience. So as much as I was being a curmudgeon about the Buzz Lightyear thing, this is a great time because finally people are like understanding when I was like, no, shot a car and the Quasar's Haderach, and people are like, okay, nerd. But now it's like, no, like a $200 million movie tells it. And
Yeah.
I feel the same thing here. I'm like an anime that I loved from younger times. Now I finally get to go, everybody's about to know about Cowboy Bebop.
So what brings you back from the dead?
A week ago, I did a job, a bounty. I had a partner, believe it or not.
He know what you used to be? Will I ever see you again?
They tried to kill me, Anna. If you need to find me, I go by Spike Spiegel these days. In this solar system, if the cops and the bounty hunters don't get you, the syndicate will. There's no happy ending here.
Spoken like a man who's never been in love.
I was.
What happened?
I was dreaming.
What do you say, fellas? You want to team up? I was thinking a 60-40 split. Going my way, of course.
So this was kind of a cursed production because poor John Cho, like he gets the lead in this amazing role, like a great role, and then almost immediately breaks his leg and is out of commission for a year.
Oh, no, really?
But it just so happens it was the year that everybody stayed home.
Oh,
so
good point. Perfect.
timing
Slide
worked
right
out
in.
okay. So thanks, John. I don't know if that, but now we get to see, and they put out so the trailer obviously is what we were talking about today, but there actually was a little vignette. I'm not sure exactly what it was that came out earlier that sort of showed a little bit of a scene, and they had some real fun with editing in that one too. So look for that too, because they do some fun stuff with like scene transitions where like, so that a bar will divide the screen and then someone will grab the bar and use it or push it back, and they don't want the scene to change. So yeah, it's really, really fun. So if that's the kind of spirit the show is going to be in, I really can't wait to see it. So what did you guys think?
I have heard the words Cowboy Bebop for a long time, but not being an anime person, I've never had any idea what it was. But this looked like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Rob. I didn't mean to cut you off to say almost nothing.
We both paused at the same time, and then we both came in.
Got it.
No, it's good. No, I mean, the first thing I thought of is this is like the good and the bad and the ugly meets the Fifth Element meets the Beast Below, which if you're a Doctor Who fan, you know what I'm talking about. It really, and if you're not, it's this Matt Smith, and there's a floating United Kingdom with a whale underneath it. It's fine anyway. That one. So no, here's the deal: the creativity of this, and you got to see if you're listening to this and you're like, I don't know what you're talking about. No, go watch the teaser, because that teaser is so incredible with what it does in terms of just mixing genres, and the transitions are amazing. But John Cho, I'm there. This looks like a fantastic role for him. You already knew he could do this. You saw him in Star Trek. He can do action, right?
Right.
And this looks outstanding. I'm all for this. And I did not realize this was the movie that he had his injury on, or a series. I should say it's a series.
Yeah, he was shooting the show when that happened.
Right.
When does it come out?
It comes out. There it is. Yep, November 19th, 2021. I was trying to find the original creator, and I couldn't find it.
Month of November for stuff between this, Hawkeye. Yeah. I mean,
I know. And it's 10 episodes. So you're going to have like 10 episodes drop on one day, because that's Netflix.
Right.
Oh,
do you know it's probably an hour-ish long episodes?
As far as we know so far, they're going to be an hour long each.
Wow.
Got it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I know.
Okay.
Plan your time accordingly.
When was this first out, meaning the original anime? Has this been around forever?
Yeah, I think it was in the late 90s, if I remember right.
And was it a anime meaning like on a paper, or
yes,
it was animated? Got it.
Yep,
okay.
Yep, it was animated. Yeah, it was a actual full on anime.
Wow, cool.
And it's still really good, and that's also on Netflix. So if you're excited, you can actually watch the original anime and then watch the live action remake.
Perfect.
So they can live together. We don't have to fight about it.
My trailer is a hard right turn from these two. Made apparently very much for just adults. I was excited about this one for two reasons. Oscar Isaac, who I love dearly, and Paul Schrader, who has not always been on my list, but I loved his last one with Ethan Hawke. Okay, First Reformed, it was outstanding, and it was really, really good. And so anyways, this is his next one, and it's called The Card Counter.
There is a weight a man can accrue.
This is where all the good stuff happens.
The weight created by his past actions. It is a weight which can never be removed.
All in.
What did you guys think? Did this hold any kind of interest for you guys? It says Martin Scorsese presents in the beginning, and I just think I love the idea of it. I like the idea of card counting, and I weirdly have always loved card or gambling movies. I don't know if that's weird, but like Owning Mahoney, like I'm a deep fan of a lot of the Mississippi, whatever. Rounders, of course. Yes, very much so. Did you guys think that this might be an interesting watch?
Well, it does continue on the Oscar Isaac Can't Smile series. Poor guy. It's okay. You can have fun with some stuff.
Yeah.
It does look very serious.
Yes.
Like everybody, it's very, very dour and stuff. It has a very noir sort of feel to it. I don't think it's going to end happily.
No. The trailer smells like whiskey, doesn't it? I don't know what that means, but I was like, I could smell
cigarette smoke,
regret,
and that weird casino smell of people sweating in rubber chairs for too long.
Yeah. What did you think, Rob?
Oh, you had me at Pew Pew Tactical.
What's that?
The guy's got there's the one scene where they're like, I don't understand. I kind of read a little summary of this. So basically, the guy's Oscar Isaac's character, I believe, is William Tell. Right? Is his name? and so he is.
See what they did there.
Yeah, he's coming back for revenge after being reformed, whatever. He's hooking up with Tiffany Haddish's character. She looks fantastic. I mean, this looks like a fantastic role for her. So they're trying to get revenge on somebody. Well, he ends up in the midst of card counting. He ends up at sort of what looks like a very like paramilitary convention. I don't know, because there's a scene where he's like going past a guy who's selling SWAT team paraphernalia, right?
Yeah.
But then the guy he's with has this company is called Pew Pew Tactical, which I was like, pew pew, like like the old like playing with Star Wars toys, and I went, if there's not a Pew Pew Tactical, there absolutely should be.
Absolutely,
because that's
should
phenomenal. And so I know I got totally interested, and I saw that, and I rewatched it again because I'm like, what did I miss?
I missed it. That's great.
This looks really interesting, and it's you're right. It's not going to end well. I mean, like that's clearly not what the point is. But and Oscar Isaac looks out. He's doing him. He's doing his thing.
I agree. I'm really excited for it, and we can look forward to it coming out. What? September 10th. It's 2021.
It's on Amazon Prime. You can watch it right now.
It is?
Yes.
You can watch it right now.
It is. I didn't know that. That's outstanding. Hey, everybody, watch it a month ago.
Look what you got.
But it came up as a recent trailer.
The trailer actually came out in July.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I just
thought, hey, nobody's talked about this. I'm going to be the one to put it on.
I had not heard of it.
That's what I meant. Re-edit this. And so, as we all know, this came out in July and no one talked about it. So you're welcome, America. Okay. So bad at my job. All right. Let's move on.
So goddamn handsome.
So goddamn handsome. Wait, I'm not allowed to say that. Okay. Are you guys ready for another new game?
I think so.
Bring it on.
Was that a good timpani? Okay, this is a new game. The last one I made up was like I combined a bunch of quotes. Rob had to go through with it, and he did great. This new game is called Opposite Shmopposite. The bizarro world of movie titles. No, I don't think I really made up a new game, but I wrote all these. So in this game, I have taken a number of movie titles and changed the word so they are instead the opposite or near opposite of the original title. So for instance, if I said The Bad, the Good, and the Beautiful, you'd buzz in and say
The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Exactly right. And based on my previous game, What Line Is This Anyway? The scoring of this game will go horrendously. So everyone strap in. If you remember last time, we spent most of the podcast figuring out the score because I was not able to do it.
There's a reason we're doing a movie podcast and not a math podcast.
100%. Yes. And I still have so many yellow stickies with hash marks of fives and none of them work. So originally I was going to have this be a buzzer round, but then Uncle Pete, who I assume is still giving us that money for DGI.
Well, I call him
Uncle
Mr.
Pete suggested,
I call him Mr., but okay, sure.
Instead suggested that we do instead of a buzzer, a 30-second timer back and forth in order to see how many of these you can get right. So I'm going to set a timer for 30
like tennis
seconds.
style?
No, just one of you will go first and you'll get 30 full seconds and we'll see how many down the list you get. Okay. And then we'll have the other person. You want to give it a try? I don't think it's going to work. Who wants to go first? Make a noise. Nope, it didn't work that time. Okay, Kyle, pick a number.
I'll go. That's fine, I'll go.
You will?
Oh,
okay.
Yes. Can I listen? I can listen. These are different.
I was going to volunteer Rob.
100% listen.
Because make a noise.
Yeah, you can listen because, should we do it Family Feud style?
Can I badger?
No.
To the same ones?
No, let's do it this way and we'll see how it goes. Okay. Let me get my timer ready. So you have 30 seconds and just do as best you can. And then I guess you'll have 30 seconds and I don't know. I don't even know if I have enough. Ready? Here we go.
Do it.
Live soft.
Die hard.
The dinner individual.
Pass.
Adults of women.
Children of men.
Cold.
Heat.
Sunny woman.
Pass.
Okay. Kick, sober, hate.
Punch, drunk, love.
Correct. Then I hear you.
Pass.
I don't know about this passing. There won't be clotting.
There will be blood.
Correct. I never started the timer.
I was gonna say, like, that seems like more than 30 seconds. Yeah, it's like otherwise I would just be hung up on that one. So I'm like, no, just move on.
Yes. Okay. So I never started the timer. So what do we do now? Do we just say stop? How many did you get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So instead of this timer thing, you'll just get 8. Okay. And you get as many as you can.
I'm laughing because after the second one, I went, I lost. I'm gonna lose. That's it. I'm done.
I do want to go back and hear the other ones, but go ahead and do.
Well, do you want?
I want to know the ones I missed.
This can be an attempt to steal.
Okay.
So now, Rob, you can have the ones that he passed on as extra points.
An idiot for going through.
Okay, no,
that's true. That's maybe not fair.
I passed on the same ones.
It's fine.
We'll just go back and do those for fun. So instead, Rob, I'm going to give you the next 8, and you'll see how many you can get.
Yeah, thank you.
Fair enough?
Thank you.
Okay. Here we go. And, okay, there's no timer. False. Here we go. No timer because you didn't have a timer. He's just getting 8 and seeing how many he can get. Ready? False hatred.
True love.
Is that a movie?
True.
No.
Hatred. Yeah, I.
You want to pass?
Pass.
Okay. The wrong nothing. This is a tough one.
What did you say? The wrong nothing?
The wrong nothing. You want to pass?
Yeah, the right something. I don't know. I mean, I'm literally my brain. This is how my brain works. Kyle's going to kill me. I pass.
Okay, Kyle knows it.
Oh, the right stuff.
Correct.
There you go.
I had to think that through.
It's like one of your favorite
one of my favorite movies. And I realized I'm like, what? The right stuff. Fine.
Sit away from you.
Sit away from you.
This is a rough one.
No. Wait, sit. But like, see, wait, hold on. I just got to say this. This is like I'm looking at this. This is how my brain works, and I'm like, sit. Well, stand, and then like away from you. Stand close to you. Stand and deliver. Right? Like stand.
What's the opposite of you?
Me. No,
he's having trouble. Kyle.
Yeah, I mean, it's
thought
not
I
going to
had
work.
30 seconds. I was trying to be fast. I didn't know you could sit and just work them all out.
We didn't know there either. Okay, so you just have to keep. Here we go. Ready?
Okay.
Low midnight.
Long midnight. Low midnight. High noon.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
1, 2, 3.
Nice.
Okay, so then, okay, ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Bad gals.
Good girls. Mean girls. Good girl. Good. What? What was it again?
Bad gals.
Bad gals. A Few Good Men. What?
No, that's a tough one. Okay, pass.
Pass.
Fake idiot. You have 3 more possibilities.
My brain gets too literal for stuff like this.
I'm sorry.
No. Oh, no, it's not. Are you kidding me? This is comedy. Because here I am going, I don't know.
And you can also, if you listen carefully, you can hear the audience screaming.
Yes, I'm sure, right? Because okay, when you say fake idiot, do you know what's in my head? Genuine genius. That's all I got.
Ooh.
You're very close.
I want to copyright that.
Genuine genius?
Do you want to? Well, you have one of the words correct.
Well, it's not genuine.
No.
Oh, real genius?
Correct.
Yes.
We're going to give it to you. Here we go. Ready? 2 more. The Found Girls.
The Lost Boys.
Correct. And last one. Some City for Young Ladies.
No. Oh, what's no, what old men? What's the I can't
Oh, I got it. I just got it.
Yeah.
What is the first part?
Some City for Young Ladies.
Some City for Young Ladies.
That was devious. That one was devious.
There's no town for old men. Like, what's the
No Country for Old Men
country
was the answer.
But I'm an idiot.
Well, you got some of them. Okay, so that's 8, and you got 4.
That's shocking.
So right now it is 1, 2, 3, 4. It is 5 to 4.
Ooh, wow.
On your left.
Dude, you suck.
There's 10.
I'm only ahead by one.
Dude, that's so painful. There's no way. That should be like 7 to -2.
But again, he thought that he was timed, so it's a little.
That's true. You passed.
So I don't know.
I didn't know I could sit and mentally work out all this stuff.
100 people.
You know what we'll do? We'll go back. We'll do 5 and 5, and then we'll go back to the ones that were passed, and other person has a chance.
Oh, okay.
So then
good.
So that'll take away the fact that you were speeding up. Okay.
Love it.
Okay. So Kyle, are you ready? Here or
what are we doing?
Same
We're
thing.
doing another round of the
Yes.
thing, or are we doing
Your turn.
The fact that I didn't press the timer has messed my entire game up, so I'm making it up on the fly. Now I have 10
and that's fine. I just want to know what I'm doing now.
I have 10 of these left. You're doing the exact same thing.
The exact same thing. Okay, 10 more. Got
10
it.
more.
All right.
Okay. Here we go.
Come on, brain. You can do this.
And starting with maybe a hard one. European Ugly.
Cowboy Ugly was the first game to me, but that's not it. American Beauty.
Correct. Bad Won't Fishing.
Goodwill Hunting.
Perfect.
Wow.
Hot Foot Laura.
Cool Hand Luke.
Perfect.
Wow. Nice one.
The Walking Woman.
The Running Man.
Correct. Last one. Half Cloth Pants.
I saw that one.
Full Metal Jacket.
Correct.
Oh, never mind. I thought you were talking about something else.
So yeah, I think I saw that poster on your wall.
Wow.
All right, so that was a perfect round of 5. Rob, are you ready for your last 5?
Yes.
Here we go. Heaven or Low Sand?
Hell or High Water?
Correct.
Nice.
Bad Day and Bad Misfortune.
Good Night and Good Luck?
Perfect. See, the valleys haven't noses.
The hills have eyes.
Perfect. Very good. You Are Forgettable. This is a tough one.
You Are Forgettable.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the opposite of...
Oh, the game's over. I'm just kidding. No. What's the opposite of You Are Forgettable? It's a tough one.
Yeah. No, pass. I don't know that one.
All right. And last one. Temporary Moonlight of the Cluttered Body.
Oh my God.
Temporary Moonlight of the Cluttered Body.
Wait, there should be bonus points for coming up with the most ridiculous answer, because I want to say Permanent Sunrise of the Isolated Spirit.
That's the movie we're making when we get our new equipment.
Right.
Is that a pass, sir?
That's a pass.
That's a pass. Okay. So you got 3.
I didn't get either of those either.
So now do we want to go back and do the ones that we passed and give the other person a try?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So these are going to be for you. Oh, I guess, Rob, did you just go?
Yes.
So maybe we'll do, these are ones for...
From Rob's first round?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
There you go.
Rob's first
those are
round.
the ones he missed.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
False Hatred.
True Lies.
Hatred?
Oh, Hatred? Oh. True Love. We're back to that again.
Yeah,
Hatred.
that's not a movie.
Joy. True. Yeah, no, pass.
Okay. The answer I was looking for, whether it was good or not, is True Romance.
Oh,
Romance. Hatred, romance.
Here's another one.
I can see that.
Sit Away From You.
Stand next to me. Stand by me.
Stand By Me.
Oh
Very
my God.
good. Very good. Bad Gals.
Good Boys?
Is that a movie? That is a movie.
I don't think so. I was thinking, because it's not Bad Boys, because that would be
right.
Good.
This is maybe a tough one if it's not a real. It's Goodfellas. Bad Gals.
Goodfellas.
I don't know.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh.
All right.
Is that a good one? Okay.
Yep. No, that makes sense.
So you got one more point. Just, I'm going to write down +1 and not remember what it means. Okay, Rob, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Here are ones that he passed.
Double +1.
The Dinner Individual. You didn't get that one right,
Dinner
right, Kyle?
individual.
No.
The
Okay.
dinner
I don't get
individual.
it now either.
So the dinner individual, not the lunch crew. No, not the dessert. No, the breakfast club.
Yes.
Nice. I got that. I was right with you.
Okay, maybe
Like,
you know what we got to do is we got to do this. Like we got to talk this through. That's what's
Right.
okay. Do it. Give it. Come
Yes.
on.
If you next up, Sunny Woman.
Sunny woman. So not sunny. No,
It's a
cloudy. Cloudy man. Dark man. Dark man. No.
Ooh,
Dark Man actually
that would
work.
actually work.
That actually works.
I'll give it to you. That actually works. I was looking for Rain Man.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
But Dark Man actually totally works.
There we go.
Okay, and then last one. Then I Hear You.
Then I hear you. Then
now,
late. No.
now,
Then I hear you.
now she sees me.
Then I hear you. Now
Now you.
I know what
Now
you.
you
I know what
see
you
me?
did last summer.
Now you see
Oh,
me.
son of
Now
a.
you see me.
That's it.
I think I said just stole that.
Yeah. You guys, we won't worry about scores. And then the very last one. Oh, no, we have two more. Okay. Ready? Temporary Moonlight of the Cluttered Body. Just work together on this one.
Permanent midnight of the clean corpse.
Temporary Moonlight
Cluttered Body.
of the Cluttered Body.
What's the opposite of body?
Wait, that's
Soul?
people. No, that's like body singular. Temporary moonlight.
What's the
Wasn't it the
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind?
Hooray!
Oh my god!
Exactly right.
I tried to I'm like, that's a big title.
Yeah. And then the very last one, and you both can work together if you want. You Are Forgettable.
I was remembered.
I am.
Are forgettable.
I am legend.
I am legend.
Perfect.
There we go.
Perfect.
There we
Good
go.
work. And I'm totaling up the scores, and the winner was Friendship. We did it.
Yay!
No.
Sorry, that
Together
game went off
again.
the rails almost immediately,
you
but
know
I hope
what?
it was
No,
fun.
we got
You
it.
did a lot of work on that.
A ton of work. And I will say,
Okay.
we got it. You know what? Here was the issue: is we were thinking of it like in terms of Family Feud. No, you got to think of it like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. And honestly, I should have been talking. We should have been talking to ourselves.
Sure.
Through. This is
Right.
good
Yeah.
stuff. That was good.
Yeah, I think my games are less games and more social experiments.
Can I tell you something? And who doesn't like to see me be an idiot? So I mean, it's all good. It's all good.
I
Well
got to
done.
beta test that quote game too, and I thought
did?
I had a lot of fun with that.
Oh, good. Well, thank you guys. You're very nice. Hey, everybody. Housekeeping. If you're not yet a member but would like to become one, just go over to thenextreel.com/membership. The most it'll cost you is $5 a month. Members get access to live streams as we record, early access to shows in your very own personal podcast feed, access to the super secret member channels in Discord, member bonus episodes, and even stickers. And if you're wondering what movies The Next Reel is going to be talking about in the coming weeks and month, you can visit our HQ page on Letterboxd, where you'll find a list of all the movies in the 2021-2022 season. And while you're there, Letterboxd is offering a discount to anyone listening to The Next Reel. Just use the code NEXTREEL, NEXTREEL, at checkout, and you can upgrade your Letterboxd account to Pro or Patron with a 20% off discount. Oh, we're giving away money. This discount also works for renewals. Hi, Beetlejuice. And now it is time for our list challenge. Are you guys ready?
Wait, I think you mean the Rob Kubasko Memorial List Challenge.
The Rob Kubasko Memorial List Challenge. My apologies.
Retired last week.
And this list was because last time they talked about, last Saturday matinee, I believe, they talked about Dear Evan Hansen, starring the very old for high school receding hairline himself. What's that guy's name again? Oliver Platt? No, Oliver Platt. Oliver Platt would have been better. Yes.
Oh my God, I would have seen that.
And so the list that they gave us to compete against is You're Too Old to Play High School. So this is movies, or this is actors or movies where people are too old to be in high school. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Then who is first? Rob.
I'm first.
You are in first.
Here we go. A little bit of dramatic
BMOC.
Dramatic here.
Oh,
Oh,
I like the
For the
color
live
change.
Tommy, can you hear me?
No.
Kyle, can you see me? Yeah, that's right. It's lentil, everybody. Lentil. Yentl. yeah, reverse the thing. My tongue was a little bit tied.
Yeah.
It's Yentl, 1983, American romantic musical drama. The quadruple crown, directed, co-written, produced, and starring American entertainer and treasure Barbra Streisand. Who
And our first steal.
is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Exciting. All right. Good steal.
Unbelievable. She is playing a 17-year-old. At the time,
Yep.
she was 41.
She was really playing. I've never seen Yentl, to be honest, and I had no idea that she was supposed to be a high school student. That's ridiculous. Also, how do you spell Yentl?
YENTL.
No.
Oops. Okay,
No
got
second E. That's lentil with a Y.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Lentil.
I'm sorry. Yeah. YNTYL. You're right.
Got it. Okay, and I put
This
that
is
under
what I
my
have
name.
now.
Okay, good steal. Good work.
Wait, did you steal it from him?
100% I did. This is easy. Host schmoes. Okay.
So continuing that trend of people who are way too old. So that was my list, was people not only who are too old to be playing high school, but way too old to be playing a high schooler. I'm gonna have to go with the man, the myth, the legend, Matt Damon. Who in Behind the Candelabra was 43 playing 17.
Wow.
Yes.
What's behind the candelabra?
Behind the Candelabra is the Liberace story.
I saw that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was weird.
Yeah.
That's so.
I like that movie a lot, but I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Good pick.
That's great.
That is a great.
And I
That is a
don't know how to
great movie,
spell
by the
any
way.
of these words.
HBO Max, if you have it.
I really like it. Yeah. But every time I watch it, I always have to go, "Hello, Scott."
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to be offensive. I just love how he says "Hello, Scott" over and over. Yeah.
Fred Armisen also does a very good Liberace.
Oh.
If you watch the SNL's Vincent Price specials, he shows up as Liberace.
That's not how you spell candelabra, and we'll never know. Okay, great. My first pick is, I think, the first time that I ever noticed, wait, why are they picking all of these horrendous adults to be children? And I think it was right in the middle of the scene where someone is singing Brusha, 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 get the new Iveta. I picked out of all of those people, Stockard Channing.
Good choice.
Who already looked like she should be the president's wife, which she very much later famously was on the West Wing. So Stockard Channing is mine.
Good choice.
Next up.
I am going with Emma Thompson. She is playing 19-year-old Eleanor Dashwood when she was 36 in 1995, Sense and Sensibility.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Ang Lee directed. Little tiny, Marvel connection there.
Perfect. All right, good one. Kyle.
All right. My next one is interesting, not only because it's age inappropriate, but also because of parental age inappropriate. So I'm going with Rachel McAdams from Mean Girls. She was 26 playing 16.
Ew.
But Amy Poehler was playing her mom and is only 7 years older than her.
Yikes.
Yeah, there's just a lot of like, what, whoa, what,
Yeah.
what? Wait.
Mom jeans really add on the years. That's
They really do. We're all just mean women.
Wow.
That's what
Yep.
they should. That's a great one. Does that movie hold up? I haven't seen that
It
since
does.
the
It actually
theaters.
does hold up really well.
It makes sense
And the
'cause she
musical is
wrote
actually
it,
very
right?
good as well.
Is it? I
is.
have heard some of the score of it, and I really liked it. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Excellent. For my next one, let's see. I have some different options. Oh, I just watched part of the beginning of this movie and got so creeped out by how obviously too old and gross it is, so I stopped watching. I started rewatching Catch Me If You Can.
Oh, yeah.
And Leonardo DiCaprio, they boy up in such a weird, like he's like gangly and stuff and like knocking into things and he's like watching his parents dance and he's like, I can see your mustache from here, my friend. So I'm saying Leo in Catch Me If You Can.
a great movie. I know it's still
and not a great musical.
Oh,
That was a musical?
yeah, that
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Rob.
All right, I'm going to close it out with this. So I did an 80s movie, I did a 90s movie, and I'm going to do an early 2000s movie. Interesting pick, because I could not believe this when I saw this, doing a little research.
I feel like there's a second steal coming.
Uh-oh.
Is it Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets?
Is.
Oh, is it really?
Second steal!
Oh, my
we
God.
have the same idea.
Maybe I should have went with my backup list, which we'll talk about. All right, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Why? Moaning Myrtle, who appears first in this movie, she's the 14-year-old character. She's played by Shirley Henderson. She was 37.
What?
Yeah.
She's 55 today.
Yeah.
Like,
wow.
Effects. What are you going to do? Also,
cast a child.
Yeah.
That's what you should do. No, I know why we don't cast children. That's a great one. That's probably is that the biggest age gap we have so far? That should have been part of the game.
I think that was the big, because that was my thing. I was trying to do was the biggest gaps.
Got it. Okay. What do you have as your number one spot?
The problem is I didn't think I would actually have to use it, so I'm looking at I have the actress. I don't have what the movie is. So give me just a minute.
Oh, Kyle, I jacked you. Because you stole too.
Because you stole. I was like, there's no way he would actually.
No way he's going to take two of my movies, let alone one.
I mean, it won't take two. I mean, I had one. Like, I was ready on that one. Okay, I got it. Okay, so this I thought was interesting because a actress. We got to do this job. Basically, she got to do the job of playing a teenager. When she was 28, she was playing an 18-year-old, and that's shocking enough.
Yeah.
But then 2 years later, she got to do it again. So the director was like, "Yeah, you're doing great," and her name is Felicity Jones. The movie is like crazy. So 2 years later, she turned 30, and he's like, "Hey, can you come back and be 18 again?" Sure. So she did another role, a completely different character, also playing 18 at 30.
Wow.
Yeah.
At 30. That's good. That's some real Vaseline on the camera stuff. Yeah. My final one is... Oh, I have a special one. It's one actor that plays a teenager in two different movies and is not a teenager in any of them. I'm going to say John Travolta in Grease and Carrie. Because he doesn't belong in any of those things.
Nice.
So I get double points? That's not how anything works. Okay. In Carrie and Grease. Is that okay that I did two Greases? Two
well,
Greases?
I mean, listen.
It's not you do three from the same series.
It's not like
I mean, you're not doing sequential sequels or anything. I mean, that'd just be embarrassing.
Who would do that? That's disgusting.
Who would do that?
Can I tell you?
Disgusting.
Let me just say something to you. Here's what I almost did. What was my backup list? Sure. 2006's She's the Man, starring who? Channing Tatum, when he was 26, playing a high school student. What was my second movie going to be? 2012's 21 Jump Street, also starring Channing Tatum, when he's playing a cop who infiltrates a high school undercover. And okay, this is a deep cut if you've never seen this movie. 2014's Foxcatcher, starring Channing Tatum, playing a college. He was a wrestler at the time. Steve Carell. It's the real life story of a horrible. It's drama. Nothing's funny about it. A horrible story of DuPont, the eccentric millionaire from Pennsylvania who tried to overtake this wrestling school, and Steve Carell, unrecognizable.
Yeah,
Mark Ruffalo's in it. There you go. I could have Tatumed. I could have done a Tatum Grand Slam, which now that's actually come out of my mouth is probably a thing and something that I actually should not have said.
Someone's already made a website about it. Don't worry.
I had a couple of basic ones, but I think the most interesting one to me was Alison Lohman, who in Matchstick Men, she's 23, playing 14.
Oof, right. Oh, Matchstick Men. I liked that.
I like that movie too.
Nicolas Cage, right? And they're all like con people? Okay, got it.
Yep. And it turns out she's actually a con. She's doing the con on the con.
That's right.
Yeah.
Did we have any other ones, Rob?
I think that was the best.
No, that was it. No, we covered.
You just listed like 19 of them. Okay, great.
Yeah.
So now it is our time to come up with a list topic for next week. We're no longer doing the thing where we're caring about what Uncle Andy and Pete are talking about. Instead, we're doing our own. Let's see. What did we?
Let's see. We're out of the spooky season then, so we will be
out of the spooky season. Exactly
so
right.
We'll be into November.
Okay, I had an interesting idea that I'm going to submit. Halloween is the day before, in some calendars, is All Saints Day. I say to kick November off, any movie involving saints, not necessarily religious saints, because there are movies that have saints in the title and saints of other kinds. There you go.
Is this just because you want us to watch The Saint again?
God, I love that movie so much. Kilmer, do you know something? I watch that movie every year on November 1st. That movie's amazing. When he does the whole,
I just listened to my All Saints CD
when he gets
all
the
day,
whole
so.
Russian thing, he's like, oh yes, I'm I come here to steal the special cold fusion thing, and the reactor look it up. Dude, you know I love that movie.
And a special connection to Iron Man 2. Okay, I don't like that, but I was going to say, what about Angels?
Angels?
Whoa. Keeping on that same thing, like movies involving angels, like actual angels, not like, subjective angels, but actually like.
I like that because there's also the possibility for a lot of steals.
Yes.
Yeah. Because it's not
I think it's a decent pool.
Yeah.
There's not like 3 or 4, but there's also not like 50.
Right. So do we just want to say movies involving angels? And then leave it a little bit broad?
If you want to be fancy, you could say angelic visitations.
Oh. Hey, dude, you took my garbage and you changed it. I'm impressed.
It's what I do.
What a weird job.
It's a weird job.
Angelic visitations. That's perfect.
Angelic
visitations. It's so much better than that dumb Saints idea. Anyway.
Yeah.
And the dunking continues.
I know. Well, we have sat-matted the heck out of ourselves. This has been an absolute joy. Thank you guys so much. Can you give some plugs of what's going on in the True Story FM world for you guys?
Sure. The Swashbuckling Ladies Debate Society is rolling. We're coming to our epic season finale, so jump in while you can. We also are doing our own membership drive, so if you got $5, give it to Next Reel. If you got $10, why not send $5 our way? You get our episodes early and bonus scenes and behind the scenes stuff. It's lots of good stuff. But the rest of them, most of the things that we're doing are all 2022 stuff. So we're going to have to talk about it later on when we're much closer to launching.
Got it. Fair enough. For me, Pete and I on the What's That Smell podcast, sometimes funny podcast about humans and their anxieties. We are sort of like right in the middle of season 6 and we're enjoying it. And we hope you are to the end. All right. Well, thank you guys so much. This has been Sat Matt. Say goodbye, Rob.
Bye.
Say goodbye, Kyle.
Check your Halloween candy.
And everyone, check your Halloween candy. Goodbye. We love you.